Good morning and happy Sunday. How many of you were jogging along to that music? We've decided it's one of our best theme tunes that we've got across all the shows. It really gets you going, doesn't it? For a Sunday morning, it's just what you need. So good morning and welcome to Crafters TV. I'm here all day with you and we have got a day of very special shows. It's all about September Reloaded because today is the 1st of October. How did that happen? I don't know. I don't know how that actually happened, but it has. It's happened, and we're all here, safe and well, and raring to go and have a fantastic day with you today. It's going to be so much fun. Now, I'm here on the presenting side. Sometimes I'm over there. Today, I'm over here. And my partner in crime, shall we say, all day today, again, is the lovely Michelle. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're busy. You have been busy this morning.
I have been very busy this morning. I've been that busy this morning, I can't get those words out. But there's nothing new there. Yes, I've been very busy because it's September Reloaded, so we've got so much to show you guys. So I have been running around like a headless chicken.
Yeah, but you're sorted out, calm now?
Sorted, calm down, got all my stuff ready. And I'm ready. I'm ready and raring to go.
If anyone could see us, Charlotte's going in our ears, 3 minutes. I'm over here. I've got a big wall art in my hand, trying to find a plug socket, and you're there doing that, and I could hear Charlotte counting down, and I don't think she was going to be ready, and then she gave us a count, and we're both serene and ready to go. So there you go. Have faith in us. We do. We get there. We get there. It's a bit like the swan, isn't it? The legs are going rapidly underneath, but we're all calm and serene on the top. So we're going to have a good day. And there's loads of you in with us already this morning. Now, it's still the same team, obviously Michelle and myself here. We've still got Charlotte and Dean in the gallery. Good morning to you two. And we've got James still on the floor out there, because apparently a lot of the team went on a ghost hunt yesterday, so Jake's not on the floor today. So yes, they were all off out last night. And so it's James out on the floor. So if we need anything, we'll be shouting James this morning. Let's see if he brings us cups of tea. I don't know. We don't know if we trained him on that bit yet. And we've got our Gracie on the socials this morning. Had a lovely chat with her. She had to call in to pick up some stuff because she's doing some filming tomorrow. So yes, it was lovely to catch up with her yesterday. So good morning to everybody. And we've already got lots of people in. Sarah Brown, she said it's 9 p.m. here. She's even more in front. She's only got 3 hours left of Sunday because in Melbourne, they've gone into daylight saving. So, yes, ready for spring. Oh, ready for spring, Michelle.
I know.
Ready for spring and
I'm
summer.
ready for spring.
I'm ready for spring. Me too. Me too. We've got Kim Luss says good morning. You're bending Did you tell him we were envying over his onion barges last night?
Oh, yes. I FaceTimed him last night and I said they look amazing and he opened one up for me. Oh, my God. It was like food heaven. I could taste it.
Could you taste it?
Yes, I did say to him, I hope you don't choke on them. And he's obviously messaged this morning, so he hasn't.
There you go. They did look really good. They look very good indeed.
And he does all this stuff while I'm up here. He should be doing it when I'm down. I've told him I want cauliflower barges.
Right. Is that your favourite?
Yes, I do like a cauliflower barge.
I don't think I've had a cauliflower one.
Oh, so good.
Okay, maybe they'll be there for you.
I'm ready
tomorrow.
for my dinner now.
What have you got? Tomato and mozzarella salad?
Yes.
It's certainly not. It's not onion barges, is it?
No. It'll do.
It'll do. It'll be lovely. Okay, we've also got Linda in saying good morning. We've got Lois in from Ohio. Elizabeth Reed's in from Suffolk in Virginia. It always amazes me how the two different countries have the same places, because we've got Suffolk, obviously. Lois is in Happy October, everyone. Phil Watson says good morning. Brenda Tatchell says good Sunday morning. Morning, Brenda. Sean Sanderson says morning, everyone. Hope everyone is well. And Crafty Ship Chimp says morning, all. Just using up my scraps to make bows. We all use our scraps. There's no such things as scraps in crafting, is there? Right, now, we've still, as we said, we're going to go into our September Reloaded. We're going to bring you back all the best deals from September that obviously are still in stock. But before we do that, I just want to remind you of our weekend wonder. We showed you this one yesterday. It was just yesterday and today. It'll be gone by tomorrow. It's all about the concertina cards, and I'll just pick up one to show you. Each pack will make 20 cards. You've got 20 of the Christmas and 20 of the everyday. So it's 40 sheets in total. So for every card, you get a concertina card, cut, scored, just for you to fold. Now, yes, they make concertina cards, but I was actually going to do a craft along that we had to change around, and I did some different shapes with them. So you can be doing double concertinas, you can cut into them, you know, there's lots you can do with these. And actually that was the one I was going to use. And then you've got a whole sheet of toppers. There are so many toppers on there, I bet you wouldn't use all of those on a single card. So you've got 4 of each design. So by the time you've made your 4 shutter cards with this design, you'll have enough of these extra spare toppers left to make plenty more. Don't forget, you're also going to get all of your envelopes as well. Oops, there we go, it's disappeared. You're going to get all of your envelopes, so you're going to get 40 envelopes in total, and your price for those, £42 or $50. So if you're in the UK, it's basically £1 a card, plus you've got all the bits left over. But I bet most of you are platinum, £33.60, so we're coming in at less than £1 a card, $40, $1 a card. You're going to get double points, as you always do on your weekend wonder. So now's the time to get that in. So that will be perfect. Oh gosh, even more people coming in. Who else have I not? Oh, no, it hasn't. I've read all those. There we are. Okay, now, we got a little bit confused with this earlier. We thought there was one missing, but there isn't one missing. This is your embossing mystery bag. Why we say mystery bag, I don't know, because I'm going to show you. Because if you buy more than one of these, you're obviously going to get some duplicate. You're going to get 9 embossing folders on here, and it's a lovely mix. I love these. Now, I think this one, I think I can say hand on heart, has to be one of my favourite embossing folders that I have seen in a very long time. Our Lily did the first look, and she had a demo with this, and I kept saying, Lily, please will you do that demo? Please will you do that demo? It's absolutely gorgeous. It's 3D timeless roses. It is beautiful. Emboss it, ink it, colour it. Try using your alcohol pens on your embossing folders. It looks, or on the cardstock that you have embossed, should I say, make it clear. It looks beautiful. So that one you would just colour. But this one is really clever. So this is from your Say It With Flowers. Again, it's another 3D one. But as you can see on here, I'll show you on the back there, you can see, look at all of those stencils. So that's your embossing folder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stencils with this. So if you do want to use your inks, you lay the stencil over the bit that you want to colour, and then you can just ink through it, and it means you don't go over the lines. Really, really clever. You're going to get that one. One of the most used that we have of our embossing folders, Garden Gnomes, this gorgeous scene one. There's nothing about this that says it has to be gnomes. It's just a lovely, fun embossing folder. And again, you're going to get the stencils. When we launched this, I'd never seen this one. I love this. Hummingbird. You're going to get the Hummingbird 3D embossing folder plus the stencils to allow you to colour it in, just like that. It's so easy. Your Country Lane, Gateway to the Country, is a cut and emboss. So the middle bit cuts out and the gate will open. Brilliant, lovely one. There's some gorgeous ones in here. In your 3D embossing folders, you've got your Elegant Flourish. Couldn't remember what that was called. Love that. Showing you their portrait, but it's going to look equally as gorgeous landscape. I think I'd probably go that way if I was going landscape, I think. I don't know why, just feels right. So you can put a lovely message across the centre. You've got two from You're So Lovely. The first one, now this is quite hard. Oh, I've got it there straight away. I'm not going to move. I never know how to say this. Oh dear. Shashiko, I think it is. Shashiko. Oh. It is this gorgeous stitch that, Shashiko, thank you. Still can't say it. Dean's saying it in my ear and I still can't say it. It's like a lovely shell pattern made up of lots and lots of dots. So yes, it's going to look lovely if you're doing something with a sewing style pattern, but also gorgeous if you're doing a seaside element or anything like that. Lovely embossing folder. Your Regal Rectangle is an embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, as it says down here, and, oh, I'm on the wrong side, there you go, and your 5 dies to make the mats and layers for the middle. And the second one from the So Lovely is your Pretty Patchwork. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Use it as a whole or just use elements. Really easy to cut down and just use elements. We are loving that. So, 9 embossing folders. We've got a mix here of 3D, cut and emboss. We've got stencils. What would you expect to pay? £73.91. Seems like a reasonable price. Not extortionate. Not £30 or $40 when you are saving way more than you are spending. But look at that, your platinum price, 60% saving, I'm being told. Look at that, £24, $32 if you are platinum. So that is a brilliant, brilliant price for those. Way less than £3, just over $3 if that's if you are platinum per embossing folder. I defy you to go out and find 9 embossing folders for good embossing folders for that sort of price. It is brilliant. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is our Oh Holy Night, and this is the first one that Michelle's going to do. Oh, I've just seen a question, and I never know in what order to use the stencils to build up the flowers, says Lindsay. Any help? Yes, always go with the largest one first. So your largest one's probably going to be, so I'm just going to come back here. I digress, but we want to do it whilst Lindsay's message is here. So if we show you on this one. So here, you've got the largest one. So that's going to be your palest colour for the flower. And then you would lie, I think it's this one over next, and you go in with your next colour, and then you go down to the smallest ones, and then you could do the leaves at any point. But I would say, as a rule, it's genuinely largest first, working down to your smallest.
Yes.
Would you agree?
I absolutely agree. But also, while you're doing them, number them. Take one of your Sharpies or your permanent markers and number them. So then in future, when you get them out, they're all numbered.
Sometimes they do come numbered, don't they, I think? Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. This is totally off point,
okay.
but not. Kim Rice says, I love cauliflower. Tell us more about that recipe, Michelle. There we are. Not that you'd know much, because you just say, I want cauliflower barges, and they appear.
I do. It's like magic.
Is it like magic?
We'll be sat in the room and I'll say, oh, I could just eat. And then, you know, my wonderful, lovely husband, he'll go. Because it's like he likes a challenge. So if I say, could you make me some cauliflower barges? You can guarantee when I get home tomorrow, that's not me asking, that's telling you, Ben. No, but he's really good, because he loves to experiment. So, but when he's done them, and if they're fabulous, I will share that recipe with you.
Perfect. There you go. That was from Kim. There we are. Yeah, I like the day you said, oh, I fancy a butter bowl, and then you've got one for your lunch. That looked amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's very good. Handcrafted by Gaz says, good morning, everyone. Late to the party again this morning. I'm so naughty. You've only missed 12 minutes, Gaz. We'll forgive you. 12 minutes. That's on time in my book. Not for work. I'm pretty good for work, but otherwise, that's still on time. Okay, so we've got our Oh Holy Night. And again, did this launch in the month? I think it did. I think it actually launched this month. So this is our collection, our essentials collection. So it's all about the tools that you would be needing for this. So you've got everything. We're going to have a look. We actually have a paper pad collection that we can show you as well, but this is like your essentials. So there we go. So first of all, you're going to get your Star of Wonder, which is a beautiful die, absolutely gorgeous. Now remember, if you actually got our Crafters Inspiration magazine number 3, I'm doing this off the top of my head here, then there are elements in there that will work with this, that almost extend this collection. So just a good tip, if you've got Crafters Inspiration 3, this is where most of that base is based from. So you're going to get your Star of Wonder. Oh, look at these. Your gorgeous nativity. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous in silhouette? This beautiful, beautiful edge. Now, there's nothing about that says it has to be Christmas, does it? You could be doing that for a celebration. You could be doing that for a christening, for a wedding. But, I mean, for a birthday, that would look beautiful. Yet it's stars and things. So, you know, wonderful for, you know, you've got obviously you'd make that into your the star for the nativity scene, but if you weren't doing nativity, this would work so well. Now I loved this one when I did some demos with this. You've got a gorgeous one called Let Us Adore Him, which is perfect for your paper piecing. So, so pretty. I thought it was the Three Wise Men at first, but then I looked properly and saw, actually, look, it's Joseph, Mary and the baby. I just assumed it was the Three Wise Men, but that's my poor eyesight. We've got a, what did I say? A little baby, yes, I knew the little baby was Jesus, sorry. Dean's correcting me in my ear. We've got we've got our sentiment die here, which is our Silent Night. A lovely font, but it actually cuts out beautifully. This one is gorgeous, Comfort and Joy. Again, another one that if you want a paper piece, or cut it out in black, stick it over some white card and then colour through to give you that stained glass window effect. Beautiful. Then you've got your Shining Brightly embossing folder. Now, if I go right back to the beginning and I cut this out, I can do this embossing folder and then I could actually put this star over the top. It all fits, it all works. Leanne and her team are very, very good. Having said that, I didn't see that. Look, just like that. Embossing folder with that die. Doesn't that look brilliant? So you've got all that dimension. Really lovely. And then you've got the lovely little Away in a Manger globe. So you've got the stamp and the die. Beautiful, look at that. But again, that globe, you could do all sorts. You could actually just mask off, cut it out, mask off that bit, use that and then put anything you wanted in that scene. Would look beautiful. And then a really, really useful set of stamps. Good tidings here. Lovely ones. Gorgeous fonts. Rejoice, Christ is born. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, holy night. This is lovely because the whole feel of this collection is a very traditional Christmas, and there are always people. I mean, we love our penguin Christmas stamps, we love all of our fun ones, but you know you're always going to have somebody, I think that goes like that, you know you've already got somebody that you need to send that traditional Christmas card to, that aren't going to appreciate the penguins and all the other ones, but just want something that just sort of says, you know, it's about the spirit of Christmas. And you can do that so well with this collection. Look at that globe, just for you to colour. Oh, I'm loving this. I will be showing you the papers. Am I going to do that before or after Michelle's demo? I'm not quite sure. After, I'm being told. So that would be... Oh, you know, I said about paper piecing. Sorry, I could just keep going. This is such... Michelle, just keep ready. We'll be there in a minute. We'll be there in a minute. Ooh. There we go. I'll leave it there. I'll show you, if we come to this one again, I'll show you some of the samples that I've not. But look at that with the shimmer in the back.
Beautiful samples,
though, aren't they? Gorgeous. Now that's been coloured. So what Lisa has done, I'm guessing, is it looks like she's put the, cut it out, put it over white card, coloured it through. That makes your first layer of die cuts quite dirty. Yeah. So she's then gone in with a gold, at least maybe another one of white, and then the gold one on top. And that just covers up all your pen marks. Yeah. Really clever, really effective. People were saying yesterday, how do I make them look professional? These are the small tips that you need. Cut it out in white, colour through it onto your white card, and then put another layer on top. Like that gold or black would look lovely. Different ways to do it, and you can get such professional results. So, I've said that. To talk about professional results, I'm going to let the professionals show us how to use them.
Oh, thank you very much. But that's very much what I did yesterday with those corner dies. I die cut a corner die out, put it down, paper pieced into it, and then I added an extra level of that corner die, so it gives it that raised effect, which is very much what Lisa's done there, but I think she's put a couple of extra layers on. It's a very simple and easy way to get that effect, but looks amazing when you've done it. So I've picked 1 or 2 or 4 items from this Oh Holy Night, and we're going to have a lovely play about. So I think first of all we're going to go in with this embossing folder. So it's a 2D embossing folder, but there's nothing really 2D about it. It is an amazing embossing folder. You get such dimension with it. I've cut down a piece of blue cardstock to 5 by 7. And I'm going to pop that in. And because it's a 2D, we're going to use our 2 main plates. So let's pop that through. And that's one of the ways that I tend to remember it. 2D is your 2 plates. If it's your 3D, it's your 3 plates. So it's your main plate and then your magnetic and your plastic shim. So let's pop those there. And then open that up, turn it round, get it the right way. And you've got that lovely 2D. I mean, it's 2D, but again, it's really lovely and deep. What I like to do is I've used my textured cardstock. I'm going to bring in a little bit of my sanding paper. I've always got a little bit of this in my pencil case, always. And what I love with this textured cardstock is because it's got that white core, you can very, very easily go over that and make it look absolutely amazing with such little work. I mean, straight away, how amazing has that popped? You can go over the star as well. Just go over those edges.
Is that a sanding block, did you say?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of sanding paper.
Oh, wow. Wow.
How amazing does it... That's it. You need sentiment on there and nothing else.
Wow.
Just a little bit, or if you've got an emery board or anything, but I always have a little bit of sandpaper with me. If you could see some of the weird things I carry about in my pencil case.
So you could pick up with like a silver gilding wax on top of that, because it'd pick up even more now it's white, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you go over it with your inks, it's gonna really pop, because you've sanded it back to that white core, which means you can do, again, lots more stuff with it. But even if you did nothing else, how amazing does that look? I love it. So I'm going to pop that to the side, because what I'm also going to do now is I'm going to bring in that star. One of my favourite things to do with that embossing folder is pop this star in the middle. So we're going to die cut it out, and I've got some pearlescent, it's a blue pearlescent cardstock. I'm just going to cut the main star out with this. So let's pop that through. So this star's going to go through even your mini, which is brilliant, because I love how we always have lots in a collection that are going to go through even your small machines, which is always a bonus. So let's just pop that out, and that's it's a different cardstock and a different blue, but which is what I wanted, because it's they play together wonderfully. And then what we're going to do as well is I've just got some white cardstock, and what I'm going to do before I run this back through is I'm just going to bring in a couple of my inks. So I've got Honey Pot and Lemon Tonic.
Oh, they're a nice combination.
Yeah, and I'm just going to add a little bit, just deciding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run that back through. So I've got the honey in the middle, and then just round the edges, blending it out to that lemon tonic. And let's see. Yeah, I've got it nicely sort of to the edges there.
Isn't it clever how when you take the star off, you can almost see the blend, you know, the blending bits. But the minute you put the star over the top, all the blending lines just disappear.
They do. They do, absolutely.
And I think some people get a bit worried about it. But what you have to remember is it's only the first stage of the process.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Don't worry about it at all, because it all works out in the end. And especially because I'm going to be putting this piece in as well. So that lovely bit that's going to cut all those decorative bits out. Again, you're not going to see any of those.
It's a clever die, isn't it, that you can cut into it and out?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So let's pop this through. So this should look lovely on top of that blue layer. Should make it pop beautifully. So just grab this. And then take this off. I always forget that it creates that. So you've got that lovely little border piece as well. So let me take this off. You wouldn't think that I could forget what my own dies do, but I do. Am I the only one who sometimes hasn't used a die for a long time, runs it through, and you're like, oh, that looks amazing. So let's peel that off. So you can see how I've got the honey pot to the inside, and then to the outside, you've got that lovely lemon tonic. So if I bring this in and pop it on so you can see a little bit better how it looks.
So you know you've just run that through and with ink on your card.
Yeah.
So the ink can transfer. It actually falls in with a question that's just a second coming from our Kim Rice. She says, how does everyone clean their plates? Mine are putting black marks from cutting black glitter card on the white cardstock. Should I scrub them? Do you clean your plates?
I do. Oh, I just choked myself, sorry. With excitement, I do. What I do is, if I know I've been die cutting, because with my old plates, when I used to put them in the hot water to flatten them back out, when you put it in the hot water, it automatically got all those bits of fibres of card and stuff from out of my plate. Now, I must admit, I've got these new white plates and I've not had to do that yet. But what I do, if I've got a lot of, like you've just said, you've been cutting black glitter, I will put it in the sink with some hot water. And I've got one of those sponges that's got like a scourer on one side.
Yes, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, I use that. I put a bit of soap on it. I use the scourer in some warm water, and it takes all the bits off. It's really very
If you've got
simple.
a fibrous card, you cannot help it going on to... I think
No.
red card transfers like nobody's business, isn't it? And like Michelle's she's used her ink, so again, those will transfer. Yeah, just give it a wipe. Sometimes if I'm in my craft room and can't bother to go down to the kitchen, I'll wipe it with a baby wipe.
Yeah, as simple as that.
not a
But
problem.
sometimes when it is quite ingrained, then that's all I do. I just use a bit of a
Perfect.
scouring
Hope that helps,
sponge.
Kim.
Yeah. Right, so let's pop these bits together. I wasn't going to use that. I was just going to pop that in the middle, but I'm not going to not use that. That's going to go to the side for later. So dotted tape pen for this. But before I put it on, what I do want to do is I'm just going to bring in, so this is my midnight water reactive, and just around the edges of this, I'm just going to add a little bit. So don't think because it's that pearlescent card, it's not going to pick up and hold that ink, because it absolutely is. Now, what's not going to happen is I'm not going to be able to see that ink as if it's on there bold, like the actual outline. What it's going to do with this is it's just going to blend in, and it's just going to add that extra depth to my card.
It also stops any white edges if there are any.
It does.
I don't think you've got that with that, but if you did.
If you did, yeah, it definitely gets rid of those. Just adding that ink on, although you can't see it per se, it really just takes that, just one toned blue off. It just makes it multi-tonal. I know what I'm trying to say. Right, so what I'm going to do, so again, before I bring that in, because I'm using the blue, I'm going to tie it in. I'm just going to go around the edge just a little bit, just to add it on there, and then it's all going to tie through. So I've not got a lot on there. It's just very little, just round that edge. Pop that to the side. So here, let me I just had a wet wipe. I don't know what I've done with it, because I know that blue is going to go everywhere. So let's just clean that up. We'll start the day off as we want to go on by being tidy. So I said want to go on and not, mean to go on. So I've got this mat and laid up. I've got gold, mirror, I've got white, and then I've got some of that beautiful pattern paper. And then...
We're going to look at that bundle in a minute, but that's the same paper as you were using in your craft along last night.
It is. This particular paper is from the 12, I'm going to say 12 nights of Christmas then. From the 12 days of Christmas. But all your Christmas collections, they're going to work beautifully together anyway. So stick that down. And then I'm going to bring in, so I've got a white piece of card, and I'm going to pop that onto there. And then we'll pop the star in the middle.
Makes a big difference just matte and layering onto white, doesn't it?
It does. It does. I don't think we think to matte and layer onto white. I think we always tend to either go for black or a colour, but something you never think to use as a matte and layer piece is the white card.
It really makes it pop.
It does. So that's going to pop in the middle. I'm not going to put this onto any foam pads because I've got quite a few mats and layers. I seem to already have sort of that depth and dimension going on anyway. So pop that in there. And then we're going to bring this in. I'm going to pop that right in the middle. But that's going to go on a foam pad.
Yeah.
That's just crying out for a foam pad. So pop those there. Let's pop one in the middle. Don't want a saggy middle.
We don't.
Don't want no saggy bits. Anywhere, ever.
No.
Pop that right in the middle.
Wow, that really pops, doesn't it?
It absolutely, it just does. It really does. And then I'm going to bring these in. So I've got my Silent Night. I've backed that with some gold as well. And then I've got this lovely little die set, which is this one, the Nativity.
Yeah.
I've backed that with gold as well. But then I've just started here, because I changed it up a little bit already. I'm just adding some blue to it just to tie it in. So just down the edge, just with the Midnight that I've been using on the rest of it, I'm just going to take or add some ink just to, again, it's just tying it in because it's a bit of a different blue. It doesn't necessarily go, but if I add the ink that I'm using on everything else, it's
You need it to be slightly different though, otherwise it wouldn't show, would it?
No, that's it. That's it. So then let's put these on. So I've already got a couple of foam pads on here. So I'm going to pop that one just there. I pop another little foam pad just at the top. Oh. Just there. All thumbs today. And then this in the middle.
Some days we have days like that where you just drop everything, don't you?
Yeah. And then my Silent Night, and I'm going to pop that up. There.
Nicely balanced.
Yeah. So I'm going to use my dotty.
Again, you could use your tacky glue if you wanted to, but...
Yeah, definitely. And then I'm going to pop that up there. Silent Night. And I don't think it needs any gems or anything like that. I think the sparkle from that beautiful embossing folder is more than enough. So there you go. Love this collection.
That is absolutely beautiful. I'm loving that. And you know what? That blue really works, having that slightly different blue.
Yeah.
It just makes it pop. It almost looks like a drop shadow. You're not a drop shadow, but you know, silhouette really works. There we go. Loads of you coming in. We've got Christine Mahoney saying, good morning, everyone. Love me some Crafter's Companion. Love you all. Well, that's lovely. We love having you here. And she says, happy October. Hannah Gosling-Smith says, good morning, everyone. Just popping in on my break from work. Well, I hope you're still listening, Hannah, because I know it's taken a couple of minutes for me to read that out. Sandy Kessler says, good morning, CC Crafty friends from Florida's Treasure Coast. That always sounds really interesting, doesn't it? It sounds like a lovely place, Treasure Coast. And Karen Swan said, what was the paper you sanded called, please? Was it just the multi-purpose or the linen cardstock?
Yeah, it's some textured cardstock that I used. Yeah. So any of your textured cardstock that you've got sands beautifully like that. Even if it hasn't got a white core, I think most of ours does have a white core. If it doesn't have a white core, it'll still sand, but it'll sand obviously to a bit of a lighter blue or red that you're using. But yeah, any of our textured cardstock sands like that.
I've got what I think it was just here, and we'll have a look at that one in just a minute. But just before we go off from that card, lots of love from that. Christine's loving it. I'll just remind you that if you want to do that, you need the Essentials collection, which is the Star of Wonder, which you saw Michelle use, and the Nativity that you saw her use. She also used the Silent Night die and the Shining Brightly embossing folder. Those are the 4 elements that Michelle used. But in this collection, you'll also get Comfort and Joy. You'll get the Away in a Manger stamp and die, this beautiful one, Let Us Adore Him, and Oh Holy Night, All Is Bright Die, which is gorgeous, and you'll also get Good Tidings as well. So if you want that, that's £68 or $88. Your platinum price for that, £54.40, $70.40. Now those are all of your essentials. Nothing in there is consumable, so it'll last forever. But talking about consumables, we're going to look at the Oh Holy Night, sort of the paper pack consumable element that goes with it. Now, am I listening? Right. We have 4 left. One of the items is going to break the bundle. I don't know which one it is. Yeah, you can tell me? Right. Okay, now I know. Okay, so we've got the 12 by 12 paper pad, which is absolutely beautiful, and you saw that being used in there. I'm just going to, there we go. Even this, which is in stock, we've only got 46 of these. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that number, but yeah, just so that you know, we don't have many of these left. It's Sunday, full disclosure day. There we go. Beautiful double-sided. And I'm looking at this, and look at that. You could take this so far out of Christmas if you wanted to as well. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It looks like it's been illuminated, doesn't it? They're not gold foiled, but they do look foiled, don't they? So you're going to get your 36 sheets of your 12 by 12. You're going to get 36 sheets of your 6 by 6. Now, this is what we've only got 4 left of. So once these first 4 go, it's going to break this bundle. And because it's Sunday, I don't think there's anybody else around to be able to do that. So after that, you're going to have to buy them individually. And then, as Karen asked, this is the linen cardstock that Michelle used, the blue, which is just there, that she embossed and then sanded back. So you're going to get, let me check, it's 24 A4, 250 GSM, and it's 24 sheets. There we go. All that 6 colours, 4 of each: burgundy, navy, green, a paler blue, sort of a turquoise, the goldy yellow, and then the plum as well. Beautiful. All of those £35, $49. If you're platinum, £28 or $39.20. Make sure you pick those up. But like I say, as a bundle, 4 left. Individually, still not that many of those. Lots of love for your card. Christine, Lois, You Expressions by Candy. Patty says, I love the whole collection. Lovely mate says Lindsay. Sheila Faulkner says, beautiful card, Michelle. So much love for that. And did you see there was nothing complicated in there? Now, if you bought lots of 12 by 12 pads, then you need a really good way to store them. And this fab file is absolutely perfect. It's from Totally Tiffany. And what I love about Totally Tiffany products is you can tell she's a crafter. I'm going to turn it round. So if I put my 12 by 12 paper pad against this, can you see how much space there is all the way around? So that when I'm popping it in, I'm not worrying about bending the edges, it all getting dog-eared and ruined. I've got so much space. I don't know, I could probably fit 5 or 6 of my paper pads in there. Absolutely perfect. I could also, probably, if you want to do it, I know they're not designed, you could actually pop your product in here. So this could be, for example, your Oh Holy Night folder. I like mine like that. That's how I store my things, in things like these fab files that you can get everything in. I put the name, because you've got a little bit here where you can label them. I put the name there, pop them on the shelf or in one of my units, and then you can just slide them in and out. Absolutely brilliant. You've got your carry handle. Let me take that one out, otherwise I'm going to lose it, and then next time we come to do that, I can't find it. It clicks into there. They come flat or flattish, and then you just have to put them together. But you've got the carry handle on there. Really, really useful way to be able to store all your products without it getting dog-eared. Look at this. You can label it that way, but if you want to put it in that way, you can also label it just there as well. Really clever. She thinks of everything. You can tell she's a crafter because it just shows through everything that she does. Now, the next one I want to do is our topper pad. This is our everyday celebrations. Probably go really well with your Weekend Wonder, your everyday one as well, if you wanted to give it a little bit of difference. Now, you're going to get 15 sheets. Each sheet has 4 complete topper sets on there. So you can see 1, 2, 3 and 4. So if I've got 15 sheets and each one has 4 on, I've got 60 sets of toppers here. 60 sets of toppers. If you're platinum for £4 or $4. Come on, Dean, get your calculator out. What is £4 divided by... I know I can do my numbers, but I can't do £4 divided by 60 off the top of my head. It is 40 odd p a piece. £4 divided by 60. Oh, that's 60p. Yeah, it's 400 divided by 60, but £4. So it's 60p a topper. There you go. 60p a topper for all of those. Is that right? Or 6p a topper? 6p a topper. That would be more like, what are we? No. 6, 10? Yes, it would be. 6p per topper. There you go. He's giving me all sorts of funny information. I love these. So these are everyday. So you've got things like balloons, your boats. Oh, can you imagine that if you've got that embossing folder pack with that so lovely with the seashells on, and then you put the boats on? That would look really nice, wouldn't it? And then, oh, some more of those. Then we've got our lovely little bears and the teapots, all the different themes. And I love this one. Look at this. You've got the hummingbirds and the little gnomes, as well as, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. We just realised you could also use website 20 on there. So that's going to get you an extra 80p or 80 cents off there. So it's going to bring it down to £3 or $20. $3.20 for that, if you're platinum. I'm not even going to get... That should be even... No, it's not even easier maths. But there we go. There. So absolutely. So they're pence per topper. Pence per topper. So these are brilliant. So make sure you stock up on those while we've got some left. And then I have got some metallic pencils. I love these. Now they're from Spectrum Noir. They're the quality that you would expect. They are packed full of quality. I'm going to hold those because I don't want to drop them. Look at those colours. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? You're going through your blues, your purples, you've got your silvers. I'm loving this one. It's like a goldy bronze. Really beautiful. Look at these lilacs. Absolutely gorgeous. These colour beautifully on your black card. Now they are full of pigment. We don't fill our pencils full of, you know, dust and sawdust and filler. They are full of pigment, so they will blend absolutely beautiful. You can see all of the colours down there. They are so gorgeous. And, you know, Spectrum Noir, so they are professional quality, and that colour range is brilliant. Now, these are part of our £10, $10 deal. So those, again, from your platinum price, £8, $8. But I would try using my website 20 code on there. Website 20 will only work on certain items, but it likes individuals items, especially if they've not recently launched. So try on there so you could get another £1.60, $1.60 off there. So it's going to drop them down to $6.40. Wow, $6.40. Absolutely brilliant. So make sure you pick up those. There we go. Where are we going? Oh, so the bundle or just the pad? Right, so here is our Oh Holy Night. This is the one you seem to be going for the most. Oh, lots of lovely comments about that paper pad is coming through from the socials. Grace is saying you love this. Now, I know Michelle might have done her craft along with a different, I thought it was this one, with a different paper pad. But can you imagine this paper pad on that craft along that Michelle did last night? Now you can see straight away from in here, if I can find that sheet I just saw, you don't have to use the whole sheet. They are brilliant for being cut. I can't see it now. Where you can cut into these. There you are. So if you can see on this one, somebody has used this one, look, cut away just there. But look at that. If you just want to use that border, then use that as a focal point of your card. And then that still leaves you with all of that to do another card. Beautiful double-sided, $14.99, $19.95. But if you're platinum, $11.99 or $15.96. 36 sheets, 180 GSM as you would expect. It's not foiled, but it really, really does look like it's foiled with the way that gold just shimmers in there. And I'm loving, the more you look at these, the more you see, look at that. You've got the gorgeous buildings, you've got the 3 wise men on their camels just here. More you look into it. But if you wanted to just use that, there's nothing nativity about that corner. If that's what you wanted to use, you're going to be able to pick out loads of useful bits in there. $11.99, $15.96, especially if the bundle disappears. Right, 40 odd of those left. Where are we going next then, Dean? Oh, we're going to have a break. We're going to have a break. We're going to give you a few minutes to check out everything that you have put into your baskets already. Go and have a look. Don't forget to use that code website20 if you've got any individuals and good bits like that. Put it on the discount code. If it works, it works. It's going to be even better for you. And make sure you come back in 3 or 4 minutes and we'll show you some more goodies.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly how he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
We have got the most amazing week lined up for you. All week, we're focusing on how to get the most from all of the stuff that you've got in your stash. So every day, we're going to be doing a fantastic Craft Your Stash show. Let's have a look at what we've got in store for you.
Hello, join me on Monday the 2nd of October to Craft Your Stash. We're going to be looking at all things bag making, including bag making dies and bag making templates.
Join me on Tuesday the 3rd for everything you need to know about sticky stuff. We're going to be doing a glue school and covering all of the different adhesives and why you need them in your stash.
Wednesday, you're going to be with me, and I've got an amazing box making 101 planned. So all you're going to need is some cardstock. Now, I find pearl card is easier to work with if you're getting started. You're going to need a scoring board, whether it's your big score, your score master, your ultimate, whatever it is. I want you to have scissors, your tape pen, and a guillotine. That's all you're going to need. Come with an open mind. I've got so much to show you.
Join me on the 5th for everything ink pad. If you've ever wondered, finesse alcohol, finesse waterproof, pigment, water reactive, shimmer, duet, quick dry, what does it all mean? I'm going to help you understand what all of the ink pads do and how you're going to craft them in your stash and make everything a perfect picture of colour.
Join me on the 6th of October, where I'm going to give you a little 101 on our Gemini 2 die cutting and embossing machine. Also going to be covering our scoreboards. I'm going to be covering the enveloper, and of course a little talk around our fabulous Ultimate Pro and all the amazing things that does too. So I hope you can join me.
Hey guys, I'm so excited about this. Tune in, join in on the 7th of October, where I'm going to be showing you all things foil press. Maybe you want to see a little bit more information and detail as to how you use your foil press stamps. I'm going to show you. Maybe you want to use your Crafter's Companion wafer thin dies. I'm going to show you. Maybe you're going to be foiling your cardstock. I'm going to show you it all, and so much more. Come along, tune in, join in. If you've still got it in the box, I want you to get it out of the box. So tune in, join in. We're going to have some fun.
Hi guys, I'm just here to ask you you to come and join me for my Craft Your Stash show. It'll be on Sunday the 8th of October at 3 p.m. This is what we're going to be making. I've got a gorgeous little explosion box. I'll just give you a quick peek now. Take the lid off. And of course, it wouldn't be a jam show if we didn't include some mixed media. So I have lots of mixed media products with me, including the stencils, the glitter paste, the gilding wax, the glitter glues, and together with our vintage snowman collection. So hope you can come along for the ride and join me.
So make sure you tune in from Monday the 2nd of October. Trust me, this is a week you are not going to want to miss. Hello and welcome back. It's going to be so exciting, and we're going to launch that Craft Your Stash tomorrow, myself and Becky. It's going to be super, super exciting. Right now, I need to be a bit quick because this is about to sell out. When I say we have 3 left, that's all we have. 3 sets of these left. These are the Christmas nesting dies that we launched this month. We did the Halloween earlier in the month, or earlier last month, and then we've done the Christmas ones this month. We've seen, we put it up there, limited stock. It really is. There are 3. So these are your nesting dies. So you have the holly and the ivy, and you also have the shimmering snowflake. Now I love these because these detailed dies cut into your cardstock, and then you can make them cut out with these frames. You can have slim little frames, you can have bigger frames, and I love it if you do the outer frame out and the inner frame in with no of the rectangles in between. Looks beautiful. They are such useful dies to have. So you've got the 2 Christmas ones, and you can be making things like this, which are so, so pretty. Which one's that one I put up? That's a snowflake. So I'll show you one with the absolutely gorgeous holly and the ivy. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Both of those made by our Lily. So gorgeous. Oh, I'll just show you one more. I think this might be the sort of thing, just a bit like this, that our Michelle is about to make for you before these sell out. So I'm going to come straight to you, because we haven't got long left.
I took my dies out of the packet and the plastic was on here, and could I pick it up? I've put it back, look, it's just... Right, yes, I am. I'm going to make one with the shimmering snowflakes. So I've got some beautiful matte mirror silver, and I've got some of this gorgeous blue textured cardstock. So let me bring in my plate and pop it on here. So let's, so it's got no die cut in element all the way around the middle, which means you can cut it out and you've got a big matte piece in the middle. But if you add one of those border dies, nesting dies, sorry, then you're going to create that aperture in the middle. So let's pop this through like that. Tape those 2 together. And pop it through, and then we will do again the same with so the smaller one as well. So the smaller one has got no cutting element around the outside, so that means when you use the one that is bigger than it, you're going to create that again, you're going to create another sort of border piece, but this has got the cutting element on the inside, so it's naturally going to cut that out. So the fact that you've got those sort of nesting dies in there really extend the amount of ways that you can cut these out. So peeling that off very carefully. I'm not too bothered about that because I'm not going to be using that bit. I do need to be a bit more careful. Oh, there we go. You can see it's got a lovely white core. So there we go. Let me just bring my pokey tool in. We'll get rid of those last few bits just on the middle, on the inside. There we go. A few on this side. Just to pop out. And you can see it's cut through beautifully. Just need to get rid of those last few bits. You've got one of our little brushes. They're perfect for dies like this to get rid of all those tiny little bits. Get rid of those last few and pop that there. And then, so I've got some silver. So what I'm going to do with the silver is I'm going to do exactly the same, because what I'm going to do is, because I'm using the textured cardstock, it's a little bit flimsy. So I'm going to recut it out of the silver, and it's going to give me that lovely base to pop it onto, and then with the way that I'm going to use them, it's going to make sure that it's sort of nice and strong. So just line that up and pop that through.
It also make it pop, doesn't it, from underneath, that little bit of silver
It really
reflecting
does.
through.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could use 2 layers of that if you wanted, but by adding that silver, it makes it look lovely. Because you can have as much of a drop shadow going on as you want with that, and it's still going to give it that sort of strength that you need. So pop those, just there we go. And they're not going to work, are they?
No.
Should we try again? Now that works.
Yeah.
And then we'll pop those through. And then what I've also got is I've got one of my metallic paint markers.
Oh, yeah.
So we're just going to use that just to enhance some of those snowflakes on there. So let's pop that off and pop that to the side. And then peel that off carefully. And again, you can see you've got that beautiful matte piece that you don't need to do. Don't get rid of it. You're absolutely going to use that for something else. Get rid of all those last little bits in here. I'm going to have to get another little brush. We did have one next to me.
Was it disappeared?
Yeah. I know the last one that was here needed a new brush on the top, yeah. So maybe it's been taken to be replaced and not been replaced. And then this last piece. So you can see if I peel it off that way, you've got that lovely frame as well. Just caught, the snowflakes are just caught on each other because it's quite intricate. They can catch on each other quite easily, but you need to be just a bit careful when you're popping it out. So let's get rid of those bits and then let's bring in this piece. So I'm just going to use, so I've already been shaking to wake mine. And all we're going to do is we're just going to enhance some of those snowflakes on here. So just by adding a little bit of, to be honest, you want to just do a few of the snowflakes, but you're going to have so much fun with this pen. You're going to end up doing them all.
It covers really well, doesn't it?
It really does. You've got 3 in this pack. You've got a 3, a 4 and a 6 or a 7 mil. So you've got 3 different width nibs in there, which you're going to be using for all sorts of different things.
I like it, you just sort of pick 1 or maybe 2 per side just to do it. Just gives it that little bit of difference, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. And I don't want it uniform either, so I don't want to put one there and one there.
Yeah.
Sort of all a little offset. It's just more pleasing for the eye. And then pop that one there. I think I'm happy with that. And again, you can go to town with this. You absolutely can and will. But it's nice just to have just a few sort of popping. So now I'm going to bring in my dotty tape pen and very carefully I'm going to go around the edges.
You're going to get stuck again to it, aren't you?
Oh, I know. I always do. There's got to be a safer way for me to glue. I could do with like some non-stick silicone fingers or something.
Yeah.
There we go. So let's, before I try to put that on, let me flatten this out just a little bit. There we go. So bring this over. And I just want the tiniest little bit of a drop shadow, not a big one.
Gives it an uplight almost, doesn't it?
It does. It does, absolutely. There we go. Also, now I'm going to be, obviously, I'm going to be using it on my gatefold, so that gives it that extra strength. So I've got those two pieces, and then I've got this. It's the little middle die without those little extra snowflake elements even. I've just stamped Winter Joy on, and actually I've stamped Winter Joy on in black. But if I bring in my metallic, and if I think I'm just one of the letters, so I'm just gonna, that O.
Because you've got a chisel nib, you could even edge it on everything, couldn't you, if you wanted to?
Yeah, definitely. Right, so I'm going to bring in my card. So I've already got this matte and layered up. It's just a gatefold card. And I'm going to pop this one on first. So what I'm going to do is you're just going to remember that you only need to glue half of it. So I'm going to use my dotted tape pen and add plenty. Just on half. And then close that. And what I always try to do is line the bit up with no glue on first. Yeah. Make sure that I'm happy with that. And then I can then go in and stick that side down, because then I know it's going to be nice and equal. And then I'm going to bring this one in, and we need to die cut another smaller piece, don't we? Let me just run this back through.
Is that in silver or blue? That's silver then.
I've got it in silver. I just need to quickly run it through in the blue. I've got some die cut next to me, but what I've done is that I've used the other collection, that's the holly, and I'm using the snowflake. So let's run it through. I bet the thing is it doesn't take 2 minutes really, does it?
No.
Any excuse to use my Gemini again. So let's pop that one on there. I mean, I definitely, when I am doing this kind of gatefold where you're using the frame and you sort of going to interlock them, I'm always gonna, with at least one extra layer, create these, because just one piece of card or textured cardstock I don't feel is enough. I feel it's too flimsy and it doesn't hold its shape. So I think if you're going to do this, at least always matte and layer it once. And like Corrine said, because I've got that silver under there, it looks absolutely lovely. You've got that added benefit of a drop shadow while it's also keeping it nice and sturdy. So let's pop this onto here. And again, you can see how beautiful it die cuts out. So very careful with those snowflakes. There we go. And you'll see more of the drop shadow with this one because you've got that solid silver line around the outside.
Yeah.
So just manipulating it into place, which you can do quite easily.
Yeah, because it's mirror, it's a bit more forgiving, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then what we're going to do is that one's going to go in there. So remembering to glue this side. It's always easier to do your dotted tape when you've got these laid up more than once. It gives it that stability to go around. So I'm going to turn mine upside down because I find it easier to do it with my left hand. So turning it upside down, I know that that side's not glued.
Yeah, that was the thing you have to remember. If you turn your card, you've got to remember to turn your die cut in your hand.
That's it, yeah. But because I'm left-handed, I just do it in a little bit of a different way. There we go. So if I turn it back the right way up, you can see it interlocks beautifully.
Perfect.
And then finally, I'm going to do the same. We need to pop that back through And I've got silver drop shadow on my sentiment tag in the middle, and that can be the third interlocking piece. You don't have to do that, but it just sits beautifully in the middle of that frame. So you do get that third layer if you want. So I'll use my normal tape pen for this. So you can see I've changed it already. I had it on a foam pad and I was just going to have it on my card as a tag, but I've changed my mind, of course, and I'm going to have it on my card as that third interlocking piece. I've got that little drop shadow to the side. I've got a little tiny bow just put on there. And you can see it's going to it sits in just perfect. So remembering which side I need to glue, which is just that side there. So just bringing a little bit of glue on there. Hold that nice and flat. Line it up. And then I've got that third interlocking piece instead. I did have a happy birthday, but I'm going to keep that winter joy there. So you can see that they work absolutely perfectly as those three interlocking pieces. So if I turn that round and stand that up, it even stands still interlocked. I mean, obviously you can open it all the way, but it stands interlocked, which is what I love about it.
Absolutely gorgeous. What a lovely way to do that. Now, if you do want to do that, you're going to need to be quick because when I started this, we actually only had 3 of those sets left. £20, $22.40 if you are platinum. So please, please don't waste time, long on that because they will go very quickly. Everyone apparently is very excited for the Craft Your Stash that starts tomorrow. Our Grace is telling us. She's obviously reading the comments. And Evelyn Kiefer says, good morning from very early Colorado. It's just coming up to 5 a.m. Wow, that is a bit early. And Lois says, a very pretty card. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, it is a very pretty card. We do like that. Okay, now, pop my thing, there we go. Something else that's been very, very popular in the past month has been the Christmas Advent Calendar. I know, I go onto our social media and I see the comments going, when's the Advent Calendar? Is there an Advent Calendar this year? Or when's it coming out? I don't think there's an assumption of if there is when. And this is this year's Advent Calendar. Now, I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but it's a beautiful Advent Calendar. You can see the depth on there to see how much we are putting in there. So you can see on here inside, let's move that. You can see you have got 24 doors in here. It's a really, really cute design. I just want to show you, you've got quite big doors. I'm not going to show you what's inside there. Look at that. Really big doors in there. Lovely big things. You get bottles of things, you get all sorts, you get different dyes and all sorts of different bits and pieces that you are going to be crafting with. It's quite a big door for 24, which I've lost again. I did see that before and I've lost it again. I'll have to try and find it when it's not upside down and back to front. I mean, 21 is oh no, it's just down there. They're really lovely items. Now, not only are you going to get 24 fantastic gifts in here, this is a gift that just keeps on giving. So our Craig is going to open his calendar. He's not necessarily going to do it all live. Some of them will be pre-recorded, but he will give you a tutorial for every item that is in the Advent Calendar. Some of his little videos will combine 1 or 2 of the items together because you need 1 or 2 of the items to be able to make lovely projects. But you are going to get hints and tips on how to use all 24 items, which is brilliant. Keep it for yourself. We had comments yesterday. We had somebody saying, mine's sitting on the shelf, I might start opening it. If you want to start opening it, open it. It's entirely up to you. $49.99, $59.95. But if you're platinum, it's going to drop down to $39.99 or $47.96. Make sure you get it. Get it now. We're in October. You've got a couple of months and then it will start to your month will do it. If you want to do that, maybe you want it as a November advent calendar or whatever. You can use it whenever you want. I'm going to put that. There's lots of things. I've been told there's embossing folders, stencils, stamps, dies, charms, pastes, all sorts of ribbons. Apparently, in total, there are 63 items because some days you get more than one item. So there you go, 63 items in the 24 days. There we go. Right, okay, so the next one I want to look at is this gorgeous Totally Tiffany bag. So this is the Craft and Carry purple workstation. Now I've got this, I have it in pink. They are all identical, just change of colour. They are so useful. They sit on your workstation and you can then pop them out. You can put in as many of these little side bits as you want. When you don't want to use it, you can, oh, that's the bottoms up there. It will actually fold, if I lift the little base up from there, it'll fold totally flat and you do get a strap that goes round it, so you don't need to worry. You can get your 12 by 12, oh, there's this bit from in there. You've got your 12 by 12 pocket in the back if you want to. You've got little net pockets at the side. You've even got a little clear pocket there. That is, for me, screams pokey tool. I can see it. Pokey tool and score tool. I can see where they are, but you might want to put them in here. I use mine, personally, as a project station. So if I've been asked, oh, I've got a craft along, like our Michelle did yesterday, I'll get all of the products out that I might want to use for that craft along and I'll put them in here, and then the footprint is less than A4. So you can then be popping all of those things, you can have them on your workstation, you can craft out and craft into the workstation, and everything's really tidy. We're also going to give you some of the inserts, and you saw yesterday, you used these inserts, didn't you? These are the everyday ones, but these are the sorts of inserts you were using on the craft along, wasn't it? So they are paper, white and cream paper on these ones. Everyday ones, oh, I can't even get it open. They've obviously brought a nice new one in here. They are all gold or silver embossed on here. I'm trying to find, they are all gold, all silver on these. I thought there were some gold ones. There you go. But they are absolutely gorgeous. They're on white or cream card. We're also going to give you a set of tweezers. Your 4 tweezers includes, there we are, squeezy tweezers. I would be lost without my squeezy tweezers. So you're going to get all of this today. $23.99, $27.99 if you're platinum. So it's an amazing saving because it should, this total of £44 or $59, I think that's 59. 53, oh, I can't see that. Over $50 worth of value. I'm really there. 53.89. I couldn't see that for the life of me. Burning question, says our Lillian. Is there any chocolate in the advent calendar? I don't believe there is.
No, unfortunately.
No. Sorry, Lillian, it's not a chocolate one. It's something that's going to last much longer than a little bit of chocolate. Longer than the chocolate lasted us last night, all I can say. Did we eat it? There is about...
There's some left.
That much left?
Yeah.
2 bars? They weren't the biggest... Wow, says Charlotte in our ears. We enjoyed it, Charlotte. It was very nice, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad, thank you. Okay, Kathy says, I use one in the top tray of my car. I love them. There we are. And Marianne says, I have 5 craft and carry. Good idea to set up as a project space. Any questions, any hints and tips about anything that we are showing, please send them through. I would love to know how you use everything that you've got. Anyway, while you have a look, don't forget those Christmas nesting frames are about to sell out. Have a look at this quick video all about Crafters TV, and we'll be back with you in a couple of minutes.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate.
Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place. Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with the and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some.
Don't ever play poker. You've not got a poker face, have you, Michelle?
No.
She's not got a poker face. Right, we've got some really exciting bits to show you now. Emma Bailey says, "Hey, Corrine and Michelle, watching the lovely demos whilst earning myself crafting time points by doing the ironing. Boo." Oh yeah. You need that payoff time, don't you? If I've done the ironing, then you need some time to craft. Right, yeah, that does go very well there, doesn't it, Dean? Boo. We've got the Halloween. This is the Halloween acetate. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, it is foiled acetate. So if I show you this, I don't know if it's going to... Can you see? Oh, can you see it ping? Oh, look, can you see the blue coming through? Doesn't that look... Oh, there it is. Now, we've got a black ceiling, as you often do in the studio, and that doesn't help us with acetate. But you can see on the back, look at that, all that. I love these. We do have some white. They've left me some white. Let me see if I can find... There we go. Let me see if this helps. They left me a sheet of white. There we go. You can see. No, it doesn't help that much, does it? No. Yeah, it does. There we go. Right, I love this one. These ghosts, aren't they amazing? Now, each one of these has actually got a cover sheet on the back, a protective film, so they will become even crisper when you get them. You're going to get a few of those. You're going to get a few of your ghost. Look at these, the pumpkins. You're going to get the pumpkins in this. Oh, you can see the red coming through. It's mostly purple.
Oh, look at that one.
The red. You've got them in green. I'm going to just see how well. There you can see that. And just, because my dress really isn't suitable for this. And look,
there you go, look at that.
Isn't that amazing? Then on top of that, you've also got the purple. That purple is good with the red, isn't it? In the spider's webs and the cobwebs even. The black cobwebs that are pinging. But look at this, the green just looks amazing. So you've got all of this acetate. Let me just get 12 pieces in total across 3 designs. Yes, 3 designs. It's cobwebs, pumpkins, 4 bats and ghosts. That's 4, isn't it? All of those. So you're going to get all of those. Now, this is construction weight acetate. Each sheet is 380 microns. So we don't work in GSM for acetate. We work in microns. Now, 380 GSM is a really good way. It's easy to cut with your scissors and with your trimmers. It will cut. If you want to die cut it, your basic shapes, like your circles, your squares and things like that, will cut perfectly. Maybe put your metal shim underneath, like you saw our Michelle doing yesterday when she was doing the shaker cards. Don't try and die cut your detailed dies from it. It is construction weight acetate. You're not going to be able to get your detailed dies out of that. But why would you? If you want to do the cobwebs, put the cobwebs on and then put a detailed black paper die cut over the top or whatever. Don't try and detailed die cut this. $19.99, $24.95 if you're in the US. Your platinum price is going down to $15.99 or $19.96. You are going to get so much fun. I'm going to show you. Look at this. I want to show you this. Look at how robust these are. They are so robust. I love this. Little gift bags. We've got, somebody's put 2 inside each other. You can have it round. So again, the gift that you were doing yesterday, wouldn't it look lovely with Halloween papers, which we might be coming on to in a minute, with your Halloween acetate round the outside. And look at that for a little candy basket.
I love that.
How beautiful is that? Really, really simple. And that will all come out of a single piece of acetate. No problem whatsoever. So there we go. Suzanne Dawn sends good early afternoon, crafty friends. Corrine Michelle and Miss Socials and Crafty Crew. Oh, and Linda says she made a lantern with the acetate and she sent in a picture yesterday. We shall have a look later and see if we can find that. I'll see if I can get Charlotte or Dean to find that over the break and we'll have a look. Now, I showed you our Everyday Essentials topper pad a few minutes ago. Now we're going to look at our Halloween topper pad again. Again, it's 15 sheets, and again, each sheet has 4 toppers on each one. So again, you're going to get 60 toppers in total for $9.99 or $12.95. Platinum price $7.99. $10.36. Absolutely amazing value for 60 toppers. And again, this one, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of them have got 4 elements to them. But if you wanted to, you could just use fewer elements each time. You could use maybe those 2 on that, and then you could use those 2 on another. If you wanted to, you can make it go even further. You've got your spooky house. You've got your lovely sort of like moonlight with the ghost and the cat. I'm loving that. A different sort of crooked house and your pumpkins. They are so much fun. Different pumpkin one. I'm loving this one and on there. You can see these are going to be super, super usable. And have I looked at that one already? I think we might have some duplicate boards. I've got 2 sets of the boards here. There we go. Just so that you can see. Those are your 6 designs. There we are. You can see them all on there. There's your 6 designs. So you're going to get, if you're going to get 60, Does that work out? Yes, it does, because it's 5 sheets, 2 of each design. Yes, 10 of each design. I had to work that one out for a minute. I was thinking, how can you get 10? But you can, because you get 2 on each sheet, 5 sheets. Absolutely brilliant. $9.99 to $12.95. Now, the final little bit we're going to show you to complete this sort of bundle collection, if you want to do, is your Halloween paper pad. 12 by 12 paper pad. Really, really useful. If you are wanting to make things like this gift box. Our Sandy. You know our Sandy loves making 3D construction. She's done that one. Oh, and Hayley's made a little. This has got some. Has this got something in it? It feels. No, it doesn't. But I love how she's lined the inside as well. Absolutely brilliant. And look at this. She's got the little candles on the side. Pick it. This is what we were saying about picking the right bit of the paper. Look at this little broomstick. How much fun is that? I know. A hanging rosette. Gorgeous with your papers and the backs, but gilding flakes. Chopping into your papers like this one has been done here and picking up aspects. Using different collections, so you can see on here we've gone into different collections to get the cobwebs and the little boots. I'm nearly there with the ones that I've got. A fold back gatefold, again making the papers the focal point, and this one would look lovely with the topper pads. I don't seem to have any samples with the topper pads, but you could see how you could just put one of those topper pad die cuts on the top there. So you can see those are the sorts of things you can be making with the paper pad. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to show, oh, details have just come on. Oh, this one has been well loved. Ooh. Gosh, this one's been well loved. So, 36 sheets, 12 designs, all 12 by 12. Look at this. Is this one? That one doesn't belong there. Right. Oh, what a mess. Look at this. Now, this is what I'd call a bit more of a grown-up. It's not about the cutesy characters. It's got a lovely feel. You saw quite a lot of samples with that one. Isn't that amazing? The backs, again, are really useful. The B-siders, Michelle, I want to start using that. You used to call it the B-side, don't you? I love that. Look at the detail on there. You are going to spend so long looking at these and picking them out. Look, you've got the skeletons, you've got the graves. Absolutely gorgeous. They've got a very steampunk feel about this. Look at the witch over the moon. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous scenes, storytelling at its best. I am loving it. Now this one, look at that. Look at that.
Stunning, isn't it?
Isn't it beautiful? I mean, yes, it's Halloween and we're saying beautiful, but it really, really is absolutely exquisite. I don't know anybody, any other company that does paper pads like we do. They are absolutely second to none and top notch. Beautiful, beautiful paper pads. 180 GSM, same as always with our paper pads. 36 sheets, 12 designs, all double-sided. Again, not foiled, but they look like they have. $14.99, $19.95. I love the platinum price, $11.99, $15.96. Absolutely perfect. Now, are you using 1, 2 or 3 of these elements, Michelle?
I'm going to use it all.
Perfect, that's what we want. We want it all.
I'm going to use acetate, some of the paper pad and some of those toppers because they all work beautifully together, so why wouldn't I? So to start with, I've picked a piece of my acetate. So I've already cut it down, but look at that. When the light catches that, that is the most amazing acetate absolutely ever. And it is absolutely perfect, as you saw, for box making and things like that, for your card bases as well. So absolutely, it's perfect for the window on this card as well. So what I have got is I've got a piece of card, it's 10 inches by 8 inches, and I've got a 2-inch tab there. So what I'm going to create when I'm done is a lovely 8 by 8 card base. I've got my strip for the bottom, and then my acetate is going to go behind. But I'm going to pop that to the side for now because I'm going to bring in the pattern paper. Now, I've cherry-picked that piece that I want for the back of my card. I think it's a beautiful just beautiful. There's nothing else to say except for the imagery is absolutely gorgeous. But I've got that sort of the orange running through, so I've picked it up with some orange base card, and you can see that I've already started to distress this.
Is that pumpkin?
This?
Century Pearl pumpkin?
No, it's just some matte card. It's from one of my old 8x8 pads.
All right.
In fact, I've got it with me. I don't even know if we've got it in stock anymore, but it was this pick and mix solids. And this
now,
is beautiful. So
if you like that, I will show you this later. I actually have. Is this cardstock in here? Or is it just to show? I've got a folder here with some cardstock that looks like it would work. Might be just to show. Okay. But yeah, if you've got something like a textured cardstock, look at this. There we go. Look at that textured cardstock. You're going to have loads of different ones.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely going to have an orange because we've got so many textured card packs now. You are going to find an orange in there, definitely. But mine's just a matte one. And it was just the perfect orange, which is why I picked it. And you can see, so when I distress, I either use my scissors or my knife.
Oh, you don't use the distress tool?
I don't, no. I find it easier this way because it's the way I've always done it.
Yeah.
But I get lots of little rips and little notches a lot easier when I do it this way. So, which is what I like when I'm distressing my edges, all those sort of ripped up bits. Now, I know when we're doing this, we tend to just distress our paper and not this background, but, you know, matting and layering two distressed areas looks amazing. So really go to town. We're distressing not just your pattern paper, but those backing papers as well. So we'll just finish this one. So it does make my husband a little bit nervous, but can you see how I just naturally got that rip there by using my craft knife?
I wonder why your husband gets nervous when you start wielding a craft knife around.
I've no idea.
Imagine.
I can be a little bit clumsy. You know, sometimes I can just walk and trip over my own feet. So you can imagine if I can do that, what it's like when I pick up scissors. But just giving it a distress, and you can see I get those lovely natural rips in there, which is what I just love. And I think you can get the same effect with our distresser. So absolutely, it is a brilliant tool, but I think just because I've done this like this for so many years before I even got my distressing tool, I just find myself just going back to using it this way. So you can see how lovely it looks with the back ripped as well as the front. And then my other two pieces are quite distressed already. Anything, when it rips like this, give them a curl. So you've got that really rough and ready look to it. So let's pop that to the side because that's all ready to go now. So I'm going to open it up and these two pieces are going to go in the back. So I'm going to bring in my tacky glue for this.
No, that's your all-purpose, is it not?
Yes, sorry. I was just testing again.
Okay.
So let's get rid of all those dusty bits. Pop this
It does
on
happen,
here.
doesn't it?
It does, yeah. If I've been having a real good distressing craft session at home, when you've got it all over your desk and then you give it a sort of, you blow it away. It's,
do you think if, you know, some people say, oh, I really struggle with mats and layers, getting them even. Doing this distressing technique is a bit more forgiving, isn't it? Because it doesn't have to be as exact.
Definitely. This is something that I always say to people, if you do struggle with that, it doesn't just have to be Halloweeny. Anything that's got, your vintagey papers, they always
Shabby chic.
Shabby chic, always look lovely with that distress edge. And especially when you can do things like bring your corner and curl it, let me just curl that right over, curl it up and over. It really takes away from that mat and layer if you're not brilliant with it to start with. But yeah, that's definitely something that I always do say. So popping that on here. And again, give that a good burnish down. So you can see I've got little curly up bits from the backing paper as well as that main paper. And then bringing this in. If you even want to, if you want to distress your base card as well, really go all out, then you can do that as well. So this is 2 inches wide, this piece of card at the bottom. And then I'm going down in those 1/4 of an inch increments. The 2 inch matches the 2 inch here. You don't have to have those 2 pieces matching, but if you're going to have them different sizes, have the bottom one a little bit wider. So have that one 2 inches and that 1.5. If you had that 2 or 3 and this one only 1 or 2, it looks off. But having a bigger one at the bottom looks quite
just
nice.
Looks top heavy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It just doesn't sit right at all. So give that a good burnish. And then we will pop these 2 on this top piece here. I think it's nice actually if you've had a stressful day at work, you come home, rip some paper up, but still be able to make a fabulous card with it. Pop that on there. That's really happy with that big rip there. And then I'm going to turn this over because then what we're going to do is we're going to attach our acetate. So making sure that I've cut that to the correct size. So it's a little bit long. Oh, let me turn it round. I bet it fits that way. Because I've cut it 8 inches wide by just shorter than the 8 inches at that, just so it tucks under nice and perfect. So I'm going to bring in my red liner and I'm going to pop it to the edge of here. Scissors, and then I'm going to pop it there as well. I'm not too bothered about that middle bit, that doesn't really matter. Very good burnish. And then, there we go.
People often say, how do I, you know, attach acetate without it showing? This is a perfect way.
Yeah, absolutely. So making sure that my acetate's lined up there perfectly, and I'm going to bring that over onto it. And then it should be absolutely perfect, which it is. And then I'm going to pop this on, so let's pop, again, red liner on the top and bottom. So you can see why I go through so much red liner in all widths, 3, 6 and 12 mils, because they've all got a place.
They do, don't they? Yeah, it's like when people say to us, which glue should I get? Well, you need them all because they all have different, different purposes. We just pop the details up for the acetate if you're loving that. That's on the screen now. $19.99 or $24.95 for 12 sheets. You don't have to use a whole sheet in one go. Use little bits, really useful to have.
There we go. It's got that beautiful front. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then lastly, I've got these. So this topper pad is going to pop on the front. So you've got 1, 2, and that's third one. I'm going to pop out. And then I'm also going to pop out this one. So even though they're those lovely buildable topper pads, you don't have to build them all up. They do build up beautifully, but what I'm also going to do is nice and quickly just take a little bit of the edges, not as much as the rest, but just make them a little bit rough, just in some of those places, just to tie it in. It's going to look a bit odd with a nice neat topper on top of a very rustic looking card. So, and then 1, 2, 3, and then lastly this one. There we go. And then foam pads, absolutely foam pads. So let's I'm going to pop this one just down here. Pop that big foam pad on the back. Oh, there we go. So let's pop that on there. That one on the middle. So I always tend to give it a bit of a just bend at the edges rather than laying it on flat. I've run out of big foam pads. I'll have to go searching in my lunch for some more big ones.
Oh, yeah. Oh, apparently we might not have many.
Oh, that's no good. Oh, what am I going to do without big ones? Pop that on there. And let me just pop another. I want to pop one of these out because I want to layer it next to it as well as on top. So very quickly, let me just add a bit of distressing. Oh, curl that up. There we go. And again, I'm not too bothered about those rips. It all adds to that effect. And I'm just going to pop that one underneath. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that away because when I pop it underneath, I want it to be more layered. So 1, 2, right in the middle so I can tuck it under. Just lifting that one up. There we go. So you can build a scene to the sides and up as well. Now I know I haven't got a sentiment for this because I lost it before the show. But actually pop a bit of ribbon around the top maybe. But this would go, well this will go in my stash. And then when I decide who it's going to, then I will pop the relevant sentiment on the top. But using, sorry, Corrine, I took a long pause there, didn't I? But that acetate, and then you've got the beautiful paper behind, and then them toppers, all works together beautifully.
That really is beautiful. I love that, so much fun. And I love that you got the Halloween acetate to go with the Halloween toppers. Pumpkins was the word I was looking for, but really works ever so well. Okay, so we've had Tina saying she's loving the demos. Oh, she's still waiting for her account to catch up, so she's making a lovely list of everything she wants to order. Suzanne Dawn said she started making the broomstick boxes yesterday, not finished yet, but they're looking fab. That's great to see that everybody is using their products. Now, I've got something to show you that is super exciting. I launched this down on Hobby Maker and I am loving this. This is your light pad. Now, if you are a sewer, you will find these are absolutely essential for doing things like your paper, your English paper piecing, drawing your templates. If you're a quilter, you might want to trace designs. You can do, if you are wanting to learn calligraphy, it's really good to put them on the light pad and then trace over them. Illustrations, maybe you're trying to illustrate onto a piece of paper, but you're going to want font around it, so you can put the font on a piece underneath. Scrapbooking, it's brilliant. There are so many ways to use it. So I'm just going to show you this. Now, the great thing is, it's super versatile to power up. So it's $19.99 or $24.95. And we did a search and I found comparable ones on different websites for a lot more money. I say it's A4, but if I put a piece of A4 over, there's actually quite a lot of space around the outside. So it's bigger than A4, which is great because it means if I need to tape something down, I've got lots of space. It's ultra thin, which means it's brilliant to be portable. But because it's thin, obviously it doesn't contain a battery pack. You have to power it. So you think, well, it's not really portable. Yes, it is. Put your cable in. I love this, and I can make sure I've got that the right way up. Your cable, which comes with it. Now, this cable here, now, is going to go into your Gemini 2. Remember, we've just designed a Gemini 2 with USB ports. Perfect. Put your light pad in. That was a light bulb moment for you there, wasn't it?
It was. I was like,
I heard the gasp. You were thinking, why have I got all of those? Yeah, maybe I want to plug in my tablet. You've still got a spare one to plug in your light pad as well. Or have you got a power pack? You know, one of those portable power packs? I've got a couple of those at home for different reasons. One goes in I've got a gilet that heats up, so I've got a power pack with that, so I could borrow that for this. So, or you could plug it into, I can't go over, I've got a plug on a cable here. So I've got a USB plug-in, the same as you put in your phone, so I can put that on there. Now, I hope they're going to be able to adjust the lights in here. Soon as we've plugged it in, I've got a green power light on just there. It's just shining there. And then I've got my button. It's a universal button. So I can then press once and it comes on light, twice, 3 times. Now, if we can turn the lights down, that would be brilliant. Thank you, Charlotte. Obviously, if you're in a very brightly lit room, it's not going to show up very well. I'll show you on here. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's showing up brilliant. So what you could be doing is you could be putting on a piece of card. This is just copy of paper. Oh, she didn't have the overhead, so I can lift it up and show you. But if you want to, this is 300 GSM multi-purpose card. Can you see?
I could see that from over here before you even lifted it up.
Yeah. Now, you might not be able to see it that well. That is good enough for me to be able to trace through. Our Craig traced through that. He traced around the outside, and then he did some sort of tangling in the middle of that. Now, another one that's really good fun is you could get some acetate. Put a piece of acetate on, maybe one of the new ones that you got, and you could still see, I'm going to lift that up again. I'm doing all of these upside down. I can still see the design through.
Oh my God.
This is through 300 GSM. Imagine if you're going through your Nina card.
300 GSM?
300 GSM.
That's
obviously
crazy.
The brighter the room, the less you're going to be able to see. I just pull my blind across in my craft room because my desk is in front of the window. So once you've traced through that, I can now do little toppers that perfectly match my acetate. How brilliant does that look? I love this one. Again, I'm using things that Craig has put together. He has taken the spider cobwebby one, and he's put through again there. He's gone over it with glue, and then he's added glitter. Oh, I can see Michelle's mouth. It's just, oh, she's going. How about getting one of your favourite paper pads, just like that, and putting vellum over it. You can then draw the shape. Now, when I launched this, I took a photograph of a flower in the garden. I went over it with Nina card, drew around it, left it on while I coloured it so that I could see where the light and shade were. Looked so brilliant. But what he's done then is he's drawn round, I'm assuming this is Craig, because he did quite a few of these shows. He's drawn round it in his pen. Then he has embossed through the vellum with a white pen. Doesn't that look gorgeous? So you've taken your favourite paper pad design and put it onto vellum. That's just some paper craft ideas. How brilliant is this? So portable, so easy to use. Yeah, if you think you need one, imagine putting your calligraphy sheets on there, practicing your calligraphy, your sewing, all those, really useful to use. Really portable because, like I say, pop it into your Gemini, pop it into a power pack, whatever you want. Really, $19.99, $24.95. Your platinum price, $15.99, $19.96, is a steal. Please go and have a look for comparable ones. They are so much more, so much more. Ultra thin, all I say is if you want to do it on your knee, because it's perfect for your knee, put something underneath it, because it is an ultra thin light pad on purpose so that it weighs less and it's portable. But just put it on a tray or something. Just give yourself a fighting chance.
Tray.
You know, do that. But yeah, on your knee, on your desk, drop the lights, you'll see through that absolutely brilliantly. Whether you're doing your acetate, your paper pads, something that you've printed out yourself, you know, using one of those copyright free. That's right.
Yeah, copyright free.
I think that's the right order of the words. From your computer, absolutely brilliant. Really, really useful. Please don't miss out on that. Okay, where are we going? Now, Michelle has something that I've not got very much of yet, and I'm super excited to see.
I'm still taken aback by that light pad. I've got to say, because I don't have one, I am absolutely leaving the studio right now and buying one, because I did think to myself,
do I need it?
Yes, don't really need one. Oh my goodness. So I can only imagine if you actually saw Corrine launching it and then Craig launching it, how amazing that is. My flabber is gasted. Absolutely. I have never, genuinely, I have never been as much as I just did, just during that little demo. So, I'm trying to focus. It's very, very hard. But I have the violet templates, so the template library. So this is the original one that I have got here. So this little booklet in my hand, this is your recipe cards and your metal dies, as it says on the front. So what you have got here is so much inspiration for all those templates that I am going to show you in a minute. So you've got all those different card bases that you probably thought you couldn't do. And you've got all that inspiration in here as well. So there is shaped card bases, there's boxes. I love that one. I think that's absolutely beautiful. But just going through, and I'm not showing you every page, but you can see how many, I love that one. It's one of my favourites. How many different things in here that you absolutely can do. So this is your original one. So when you get right to the back, there you go, you can see that you've got some dies as well, some beautiful nesting dies. Going to work beautifully with your template library or separately on all of your other creations. But if I bring this, this big beast in, this is all your templates. So opening it up, you can see you've got all your templates in here. And what it's also got on is you've got templates and you've also got mats and layers on there. And it's very clearly shown, so you can see that one. It's got mats and layers as well. So you're just going to take your pencil, you're going to draw through it, and either with your scissors or your craft knife, you are going to then be able to cut these out. You've got mats and layers there, you've got those nesting dies that are going to extend what you can be doing with these. Look how big these are.
Can you show how easy they are to remove from the folder? Because obviously you wouldn't use them in the folder, would you?
No, they just pop off. So if you just gently, I'm doing this from the back, but they just pop off so easily. They've got this little, it's like a little T shape. There you go. Oh, I got into a rhythm. There you go.
Yeah. That's how you'd use it, isn't it? Take it out of the folder.
You would take it out, you would use it, and then when you have done with it, you're just going to pop it back on. That's very satisfying, can I just say. So that's how easy it is to take them in and out. So this is obviously your original one. These are your dies that you were getting with it, and you obviously are getting all your recipe cards. And I know how much everyone has been loving these. So to be able to obviously get your initial set is absolutely fabulous. And again, an amazing price on these today for you.
It is. Oh, has it got something else?
You see, now, that's because I'm still excited about that light pad. But you do get some freebies. So you get 2 ink pads. So I've got my Bordeaux and I've got my Spring Meadow, and these are your opaque ink, pigment ink pads. You are getting a tape pen, and you are also getting some foam on a roll.
All very relevant.
Yeah, and 50 bonus points. What more do you want? 50 bonus points has sold me.
It did. Now, it's £94 or $104. So, yes, it's the most expensive of our template libraries, but that's because you're getting dies in it as well. You don't get dies further down the line when you get the others. You just get the template libraries. But that platinum price, $75.99, $83.20, is brilliant for all of those. And what else you're going to get as well, that hasn't been mentioned, is you're also going to get tutorials from our lovely Craig. He does, is it Craig or Leanne?
I think it's Craig with the template library, isn't it?
Does a video tutorial for every project in the template library, whether you're buying the violet or even further down. So yeah, it's absolutely perfect so that you've got all of that education. That's what Crafters Companion is all about, education and support and community, and you're definitely getting that with this, and 50 bonus points. So we have got just over 5 minutes, just bit more than 5 minutes, 7 minutes in total. So please can we do the vote for demo of the show, because today, it didn't get done last week, we've got demo of the month as well as demo of the show, demo of the day and all the rest. Oh yeah, demo of the day, demo of the week, demo of the month. Dean, you're going to have to get us going early on it this afternoon. Right, so how many have you done? 3, 4?
I've got 3.
3, perfect.
I've got 3. So number 1 was the Oh Holy Night collection with that beautiful embossing folder. Number 2 was those nesting dies used on that gatefold card. And then number 3 is that amazing Halloween showstopper collection.
Brilliant. Now, I know which one I think I would probably vote for, but I'm not voting, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one more time because this has been super, super busy and you have been loving this. It's the embossing folder mystery bag. You're loving this because you're getting 9 embossing folders for less than £3, less than well under $4 an embossing folder. And these are 3D embossing folders, and you're getting stencils with some of them as well. So the first one is from the Vintage Rose. It's the Timeless Roses embossing folder. And I will say it every time I get this out, it's been one of my favourite embossing folders of the recent months. I think it is gorgeous. 3D, remember? Another 3D one is from the Say It With Flowers. Now this one, you're going to be getting all of your stencils as well. That's going to allow you to colour that through. Have a go. I'm sure you can find that on one of our shows if you're unsure. Nature's Garden is the Garden Gnome, sorry, is the next one. This is that scene one, absolutely gorgeous. Again, you've got the stencils that are going to help you with that. So you're going to be able to do your colouring really neatly. Use it all the time, not just with Garden Gnomes. Hummingbird and 3D embossing fold, 3D, yeah, and stencils is the next one. I can't believe I've not got that one. I absolutely adore that. And then we have got our Country Lane, the gateway to the country. We've got this gorgeous, it cuts out here and the gate opens out as well. I am loving that one, really useful to have. The Elegant Flourish is our next 3D embossing folder. You can do that all the way around. Just had a message, you could use the light pad with the template library for your tracing.
Yes. Yes, you could.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Brilliant, brilliant ideas. So lovely. We've got that lovely shell effect. It's beautiful. They're all like little pin dots. It's a bit like pointillism, isn't it? And then you've got your 3D regal rectangle with the dies as well. So there's so much in these. And finally, from your So Lovely, you have your pretty patchwork, which is so gorgeous. All of these for £30, $40, platinum price, £24.30. Okay, well, I actually have a demo of the show. So shall we do that and then demo of the show? Ooh, it wasn't the one I would have voted for.
No?
No. Demo of the show, beautiful. It's 2. Oh. I thought one was going to win. I thought one was going to win. I don't know why, just did. But that is beautiful as well. Absolutely gorgeous. There you go. So that is going forward to demo of the day. Perfect. Right, now, we have some photos, and the first one's come from Gaz. I saw some of these last night. You sent them through. Absolutely gorgeous. He's been making Michelle's craft along from yesterday. Looks amazing. Thank you, Gaz. Beautiful there. The next one we've got is from Shari Boyer. Oh, it's a Halloween one. Oh, that's a bit fun.
I love
a box
that.
With. She's used the fibres, hasn't she?
Yes, those fibres are amazing.
Yeah. And then she's done another one. She's done a coffin box as well, which I am loving. That one's going to come on next.
That's my craft along.
Was that a craft along you did?
Yeah.
Ah,
yeah,
missed
did
that
a big
one.
Coffin.
beautiful. It's really good. Sarah Ibbotson, I love this one with the mistletoe.
That's very pretty.
That's nice. It's what we say about, it's not always about all the covering that. That is gorgeous.
That's
Look at that,
beautiful,
Sarah.
that one.
Look at that wreath. Absolutely beautiful. We are loving those. So many beautiful, beautiful ones. So please remember to send those through. Now, we've covered so much today from our Weekend Wonder. We've got our Halloween. We've got so much, that light pad, loads of inspiration coming in for that. Don't forget, we've got the Silent Night. There's so much under here. We've got the Advent calendar. If there's anything that you've seen us do today and you'd like us to do again, then please just drop us a message and we can show you. If you've got any questions about anything that you've seen, again, put them on social media. I don't think it's Grace later. I think it might be our Susie back, I think, from the way she signed off yesterday. So she will be passing through the comments. It's September reloaded, so it's all the best bits from September, because it's scary to say today is the 1st of October. I don't know how that means. It's 11 days till my daughter's birthday. I haven't even thought about it. But there you go. There you go. She'll be 34. An old lady, bless her. So there we are. She's be 34 on the 12th. So we're having a shopping day on the Sunday.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yes, yes. It's going to be really good fun. So yes, please come back and see us at 3 p.m. I forgot there. I nearly missed that show out completely. I was going to say come back at 6, but no, Michelle and I will be back at 3 p.m. And we're going to try and cover as many of the items as possible. I've got lots under here. I know I keep looking at the table, but I've got lots. I've got shelves and shelves with the product at the side, and Michelle is in exactly the same position. We have so many items to show you at 3 p.m. And you're going to love it. They are some amazing, amazing deals, best prices that you're going to see on these items. So if you've been thinking about something and you've been sitting on the fence, then come back at 3 p.m. and I'm sure Michelle and I are going to be able to convince you that, yeah, it's what you want. But if you've got any questions about anything that we show you, please, please ask. And Michelle and I will show you that at 3. And then at 6 p.m, maybe try and get in a few more demos. So until then, have a lovely afternoon. See you in a bit.